Yes, it is beautiful, isn't it? It's the very heart of peaceful rural Ireland. And indeed here on the shores of Lough Ree, near the town of Athlone, you couldn't be closer to the centre of Ireland itself. I was brought up in this neighbourhood, and so too were two men who are now international singing stars. Mick Foster and Tony Allen, known the world over from here to America and Australia as simply Foster and Allen. Their records sell in the millions. Now, it's not often that you get a chance to visit stars in their hometowns, to meet the people they know and to watch them entertain their friends and neighbours. But that's the invitation that I extend to you now on behalf of Foster and Allen.
I'm thinking tonight of the old rustic bridge that bends o'er the murmuring stream. It was there, Maggie dear, with our hearts full of cheer, we strayed 'neath the moon's gentle beam. Was there I first met you, the light in your eyes awoke in my heart a sweet thrill. Though now far away, still my thoughts fondly stray to the old rustic bridge by the mill. Beneath it a stream gently rippled, around it the birds loved to trill. Though now far away, still my thoughts fondly stray to the old rustic bridge by the mill. I keep in my memory our love of the past. With me it's as bright as of old. Far deep in my heart it was planted to last. In absence it never grows cold. I think of you, darling, when lonely at night, and when all is peaceful and still. My heart wanders back in a dream of delight to the old rustic bridge by the mill. Beneath it a stream gently rippled, around it the birds love to thrill. Though now far away, still my thoughts fondly stray to the old rustic bridge by the mill.
Well, another great song from Foster and Allen. Now, I promised you that I, on their behalf, was inviting you into Foster and Allen's home country, into the people that they live with, that they entertain, and where they work. And so, to begin with, I've sneaked into their studio here in Moat in County Westmeath, where the lads are recording another hit single. Let's listen to it.
I'll never stop wanting you I try, but what can I do? There's wise men, there's clowns, laughter and frowns, loving the way I do. The winters will turn to spring. I'll take all the pain they bring. You did what you had to do. I'll never stop wanting you. And through the lonely years, when memories have outlived the tears, I still reminisce the chance that I missed of having you near me. My heart just won't set me free. Hey Sarah, what will be, will be. Forever my whole life through, I'll never stop wanting you. My heart just won't set me free. Que sera, what will be, will be. Forever my whole life through, I'll never stop wanting you. I'll never stop wanting you.
Well, Foster and Allen, here we are, guys. How are you?
How are you, Henry?
Very good, Henry.
Good. Lovely single, that new single for you. And a very lovely title for it.
Yes, I'll never stop wanting you.
You're looking at me a bit funny there now, don't you think? Anyway, now, lads, tell me about probably this song, certainly that I love, and I know lots of people all over the world love, and in a way it's almost your trademark of Foster and Allen, isn't it? And that's Maggie.
Well, Maggie is, of course, Bunch of Time was our first big single in Britain and in Ireland, but Maggie was our first song it's the song that broke us into the Australian charts.
Right. Where did you get it from?
It's a real old song, supposedly written way before the turn of the century. It was actually recorded at one stage by John McCormack.
Was it?
And then it was, a version of it was written as Nora, and we got the real old version and just modernised it a bit.
Right. Do you find when you go to concerts around the world, people actually call out for Maggie?
Oh yeah, everywhere we go, you know, Tony was saying in Australia and in Canada, Maggie would be, you know, way in front of Bunch of Time.
I wandered today to the hills, Maggie, to watch the scene below. The creek and the creaking old mill, Maggie, as we used to long ago. The green grove is gone from the hills, Maggie, where first the daisy sprung. The creaking old mill is still, Maggie, since you and I were young. Oh, they say that I'm feeble with age, Maggie. My steps are much slower than then. My face is a well-written page, Maggie, and time all alone was the pen. They say we have outlived our time, Maggie, as dated as songs that we've sung. But to me, you're as fair as you were, Maggie, when you and I were young. They say we have outlived our time, Maggie, as dated as songs that we've sung. But to me, you're as fair as you were, Maggie, when you and I were young. When you and I were young. There's a sweet garden spot in our memory. It's the place we were born and reared. 'Tis long years ago since we left it, but return there we will if we're spared. Our friends and companions of childhood would assemble each night near the store. Round Dan Murphy's shop, oh how often we sat on the stone that stood outside his door. Those days in our hearts we will cherish, contented although we were poor. And the songs that were sung in the days we were young on the stone outside Dan Murphy's door. When our day's work was over, we'd meet there, in the winter or spring the same. The boys and the girls all together would join in some innocent game. Dan Murphy would bring down his fiddle while his daughters looked after the store. The music would ring and sweet songs we would sing on the stone outside Dan Murphy's door. Those days in our hearts we will cherish, contented although we were poor. And the songs that were sung in the days we were young on the stone outside Dan Murphy's door. Back again will our thoughts often wander to the scenes of our childhood's home. The friends and companions we left there, it was poverty caused us to roam. Since then in this life we have prospered, but now still in our hearts we feel sure. For memories will fly to the days gone by on the stone outside Dan Murphy's door. Those days in our hearts we will cherish, contented although we were poor, and the songs that were sung in the days we were young on the stone outside Dan Murphy's door.
Mick, I know you were on a tour of Scotland recently where you were fortunate enough to meet one of your great heroes.
That's right, Henry. Well, every time we go to Scotland since about 1984, we make it our business to go down to see Jimmy Shand Senior.
Jimmy Shand Senior.
And Junior, but Jimmy Senior especially, because, you know, to me, when you talk about accordion players, there's him and everyone else.
The daddy of them all, really.
The daddy of them all. Yeah. Probably the reason that most of us are playing accordions would be him. So we went down and we had the film crew and all, and we went into Jimmy Junior's house, because he has this big living room, and we just sat down and played the Bluebell Polka. It was fabulous.
Of course, Mick, the Bluebell Polka is very important to you, isn't it?
Well, it is more or less because when I was very small and very young, my grandmother up in Kildare had a gramophone and all these old 78 records. And I can remember the gramophone, the spring was gone, didn't work. And I used to have these 78s of Jimmy Shand and put them on the turntable, and I'd have to spin them with my finger. And the Bluebell Polka was one of the ones that was on it. So that probably would be a lot of the reason why I, you know, started playing an accordion.
Jimmy, thanks very much for inviting us up here to play this next tune. It's something that we've been listening to for years and years, and you had it in the British Top 20 back in 1958. How did you get it, or where did it come from?
Well, I've known that tune for many years, and I first recorded that in the 30s on Beltona Records, along with guitar solo, actually. I revised it and brought it back on Parlophone in the late 40s, and I recorded it again in the 60s. A very popular tune, and its popularity was due to that programme, Housewife's Choice. You remember that programme?
I do indeed.
Well, that was the programme that gave that a boost.
Well, this tune, it's very popular with all accordionists and accordion followers in Ireland and in Scotland.
That's the thing about music. The simpler a melody, the better the tune, you know.
Oh, it was fabulous. So we'll
When you can express it, that's the difference.
Right, well, sure, maybe we'll get together now and we'll play it and see how it sounds.
Oh, well, be nice.
I have heard the mavis singing his love song to the morn. I have seen the dewdrop clinging to the rose just newly born. But a sweeter song has cheered me at the evening's gentle close, and I've seen an eye still brighter than the dewdrop on the rose. 'Twas thy voice, my gentle Mary, and thine artless winning smile that has made this world an Eden. Bonny Mary of Argyle. Though thy voice may lose its sweetness, and thine eye its brightness too, though thy step may lack its fleetness, and thy hair its sunny hue, still to me wilt thou be dearer than all the world shall own. I have loved thee for thy beauty, but not for that alone. I have sought thy heart, dear Mary, and its goodness was the wine that has made thee mine forever. Bonny Mary of
the morning glory, 2 for the early June, 3 for the man who standeth round, and 4 for the love of you, me girl, 4 for the love of you. At the end of the day, I like a little drink to raise up my voice and sing, and an hour or 2 with the strong brown brew, and I'm ready for anything. At the Cross Keys Inn there were sisters 4, the landlord's daughters fair, and every night when they put out the light, I would tiptoe up the stairs singing, 1 for the morning glory, 2 for the early June, 3 for the man who standeth round, and 4 for the love of you, me girl, 4 for the love of you. Well, I got the call from foreign lands to go and fight the foe, and I thought no more of the sisters 4, but still I was sad to go. We sailed away on a ship, the Morning Glory was her name, and we'd all fall down when the rum went round, and we'd get up and start again, singing, 1 for the Morning Glory, 2 for the early June, 3 for the man who standeth round, and 4 for the love of you, me girl, 4 for the love of you. Once more from me native shore, farewell to the raging sea, and the Cross Keys Inn it was beckoning, and me heart it filled with glee. But there on the shore were the sisters 4, with a bundle upon each knee. There were 3 little girls and a bouncing boy, and they all looked just like me, singing, 1 for the morning glory, 2 for the early June, 3 for the man who standeth round, and 4 for the love of you, me girl, 4 for the love of you. 1 for the morning glory, 2 for the early June, 3 for the man who standeth round, and 4 for the love of you, me girl, 4 for the love of you.
Morning Glory there, a really lovely song from Foster and Allen. And you know, it's typical of the type of song that you can hear of an evening in rural Ireland at what we Irish call a seisiún. Well, that's just a session. You invite the neighbours in, or you go to a neighbour's house for an evening of homemade entertainment. Somebody will play the fiddle, somebody else the guitar, maybe somebody will sing, and there'll be the odd dancer too. But of course, it's not every home that's lucky enough to have Foster and Allen entertain them. And now the lads will continue the entertainment with that lovely ballad, After All These Years.
My darling, come to me. Sit you down easily and rest a while near the soft firelight. Cold is the night, but warm is my heart with pride, having you by my side. You're still my guiding light after all these years. Your soft assuring ways, the rock I lean on, saw me through my darkest days when all hope had gone. You're still the only one I'll ever hold near, and I love you after all these years. Time from me passes on, and I'm growing old. A lifetime nearly gone, I cannot unfold. Nights dark and cold, but warm is your hand in mine. Feeble with ageless time, the light of love still shines after all these years. Your soft assuring ways, the rock I lean on, saw me through my darkest days when all hope had gone. You're still the only one I'll ever hold near, and I love you after all these years. I still love you after all these years.
Well, chaps, another lovely ballad there, After All These Years. And I suppose after all these years for you two travelling the world, I wonder, do you ever get homesick, do you?
Sometimes if we're away for maybe, more than 3 weeks at a time, the first 2 or 3 weeks you're so busy that you don't have time to be homesick. But after that, you'd be longing to get back, okay?
It'd be Ireland you'd miss, would it, Tony? Would it be any particular part of Ireland? Obviously your own hometown.
We'd miss our own hometown. We'd miss probably most bits of Ireland, especially the hills and the mountains and things like that,
Because there are so many people, so many Irish people in the places that you go to. I mean, in Australia, in the United States, and of course even closer to home in England. And of course very many famous ballads about being homesick.
Well, indeed, yeah. In fact, every time you go to London, the first song that comes into your mind is the Sound of the Mountains of Mourne.
Oh, Mary, this London's a wonderful sight, with the people here working by day and by night, that don't sow potatoes, nor barley, nor wheat, but there's gangs of them digging for gold in the street. At least when I asked them, that's what I was told. So I just took a hand at this digging for gold. But for all that I found there, I might as well be where the mountains of Moran sweep down to the sea. I believe that when writing a wish you expressed as to how the fine ladies in London were dressed. Well, if you'll believe me, when asked to a ball, they don't wear no tops to their dresses at all. I've seen them myself, and you could not in truth say if they were bound for a ball or a bath. Don't be starting them fashions now, Mary McCree, for the mountains of Moran sweep down to the sea. You remember young Peter O'Loughlin, of course. Well, he's over here now at the head of the force. I met him today, I was crossing the Strand, and he stopped all the traffic with one wave of his hand. And as we were talking of days that are gone, the whole population of London looked on. But for all those great powers, he's wishful like me, to be back where the dark morn sweeps down to the sea. There's beautiful girls here, oh never you mind, with beautiful shapes nature never designed, and lovely complexions, all roses and cream. But O'Loughlin remarked with regard to the same, that if at those roses you venture to sip, the colors might all come away on your lips. So I'll wait for the wild rose that's waiting for me, for the mountains of Moran sweep down to the sea.
Just remember, darling, remember your mind.
Be faithful, darling, while you're away, for when it's summer, a heart can stray, and though I'll miss you, have a wonderful time. But remember, darling, remember you're mine. If you go dancing and he holds you tight, and lips are tempting on a summer night, your heart beats faster when the stars start to shine. Just remember, darling, remember you're mine. I'll be lonely, I'll be blue, but I promise have a wonderful time. Just remember, darling, remember you're mine. Just remember, darling, remember you're mine. On a day like today, we'd pass the time away, writing love letters in the sand. How you laughed when I cried each time I saw the tide take our love letters from the sand. You made a vow that you would ever be true, but somehow that vow meant nothing to you. Now my broken heart aches with every wave that breaks over love letters in the sand. You made a vow that you would ever be true, but somehow that vow meant nothing to you. Now my broken heart aches with every wave that breaks over love letters in the sand. Out on the Myra, on warm afternoons, old men go fishing with black line and spoons. And if they catch nothing, they never complain. I wish I was with them again. As boys in their boats called to girls on the shore, teasing the ones that they dearly adore. And into the evening the courting begins. I wish I was with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. Out on the Myra, on soft summer nights, bonfires blaze to the children's delight. They dance round the flames, singing songs with their friends. I wish I was with them again. And over the ashes the stories are told of witches and werewolves and Oak Island gold. The stars on the river face sparkle and spin I wish I was with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. Out on the Myra, the people are kind. They'll treat you to homebrew and help you unwind. And if you come broken, they'll see that you mend. I wish I was with them again. And now I'll conclude with a wish you go well. Sweet be your dreams and your happiness swell. I'll leave you here, for my journey begins. I'm going to be with them. I'm going to be with them. I'm going to be with them again.
Tony, we're always hearing of singing groups and singing duos. They're splitting up, and will they come together again, and so on. Now, you guys have been singing together for more than 20 years, with, as they say in Ireland, ne'er a cross word.
Yeah, we haven't had an argument in the whatever lengthy years we've been together.
Yeah.
I suppose we're over 20 years working together now, yeah. Didn't have an argument anyway.
And how is
We're
that?
not bothered now, I don't think.
I suppose because, you know, from the very start, both of us wanted to do the same thing in the same way. And we treat the whole thing as a business. So if, you know, we decide that a particular song is going to be a hit with a bit of luck, well, it doesn't really bother us who's going to sing it or who's going to play it. It's just a matter of getting it out and doing it as good as possible and making a hit out of it.
It would be a comfort to know you'd never doubt me, even though I give you cause most every day. Sometimes I think that you'd be better off without me. Although I love you in my own peculiar way, don't doubt my love. If sometimes my mind should wander to a suddenly remembered yesterday, my mind could never stray too long away from you, because I love you in my own peculiar way. Though I may not always be the way you have me be, though my faults may grow in number day by day, let no one ever say I've ever been untrue. I'll always love you in my own peculiar way. Though I may not day by day. Let no one ever say I've ever been untrue. I'll always love you in my own peculiar way. I'll always love you in my own peculiar way.
Well, lads, it's a busy time always for Foster and Allen. Worldwide tours pretty nearly everywhere you can think of. Now, do you ever get time, Tony, to relax, switch off from the singing and the playing? And what do you do?
Well, just to get back to countryside like this, and this type of life is relaxation enough. Once we get away from the music for a few days, and just, you know, you have to unwind when you get to a place like this.
Are you a sportsman yourself? Do you have any hobbies? Or
not very active sport. Snooker maybe or something like.
Snooker is hardly difficult.
No, that's about it. No, tried to play golf once and didn't like it.
No?
Couldn't do it. I didn't say I didn't like it, I just wasn't able to play it.
What about yourself then, Mick? How do you relax?
Well, the minute I put the accordion in the case after the last concert, I switch off. And as soon as I'm back home, then I have a little bit of land outside Mullingar and a few horses, and I do a lot of horse riding and messing about like that.
Few horses? Right. Race horses?
Well, we have one race horse between Tony and myself that's in training. I also have her full sister that's in foal. And I've got a 3/4 bred mare that we hope to breed a show jumper and a few hunters.
Is this is an insurance for the future, is it, or just fun for now?
I'd say it's more fun for now. And insurance for the future with horses could be dicey enough.
Dawn run, riding through the morning, striding through the icy winter's chill. Dawn run, hoof speed out a warning, heart and muscle stretching up the hill. Dawn run, down on a farm in County Cork in 1978. Foal was born but was to take her place among the great. A lovely jumping pedigree, her story was begun when in the racing calendar appeared the name Dawn Run. Dawn Run, riding through the morning, striding through the icy winter's chill. Dawn Run, hoof speed out a warning, heart and muscle stretching up the hill. Dawn Run, Dawn Run. Goresbridge in Kilkenny is a trainer of renown. At Paddy Mullen's stable, the mare soon settled down. And in the third race of her life at Ballybegan Park, she won her maiden bumper, the mare had made her mark. After 2 more bumper wins in the well-known black, she took to winning hurdles with Tony on her back. And then in 1984 she led them all a dance. She won the champion hurdles of England, Ireland, France. Dawn Run, riding through the morning, striding through the icy winter's chill. Dawn Run, hoof speed out a warning, heart and muscle stretching up the hill. Dawn Run, Dawn Run. Already in the history books she'd found a well-earned place, but now her next big challenge was to win a steeplechase. To Navan on a rainy day they came from near and far, and saw what they all wanted, a chasing superstar. A year laid up with injury, she threw a challenge down, and in the Durkin Brothers race she punched up Punchestown. In just the 5th chase of her life, John Joe O'Neill sat up to ride her in the big one, the Cheltenham Gold Cup. Tried to run them off their feet but couldn't quite get free, for Run and Skip enjoyed the trip and kept her company. She had him beaten up the hill, but danger loomed behind. 2 horses full of running, each with victory in mind. I saw her beaten at the last, at best she might be third. But John John knew her better, and he said the magic word. With bursting heart and thrusting head, she made it to the line. And wayward lad, he knew he'd met the greatest of our time. Dawn run, riding through the morning, striding through the icy winter's chill. Dawn run, hoof speed out a warning, heart and muscle stretching up the hill. Dawn run, dawn run. That race I will remember, in my memory I'll see. The crowds, the cheers, the tears, a dream become reality. And though we'll never see her more, her place in history's won. Forever Queen of Cheltenham, that magic mare Dawn Run. Dawn Run, riding through the morning, striding through the icy winter's chill. Dawn Run, hoof speed out a warning, heart and muscle stretching up the hill. Dawn Run, Dawn Run, Dawn Run.
Foster and Allen, 2 of the world's great singing stars. You know, whether the guys are at home in Ireland or travelling abroad, they always bring with them a little bit of their home country. This time, as they pack the car and prepare to go abroad, it's to Canada, who are ready, and I'm sure, as you have been, delighted to welcome Foster and Allen.
Always beware and keep your garden fair. Let no man steal away your time. For time, it is a precious thing, and time brings all things to my mind. Time with all its labors, along with all its joys. Time brings all things to my mind. Once she had a bunch of time, for time it is a precious thing, and time